Okay, let's put this thing together. All right. They did include a couple of Allen wrenches, but I'm going to need a Phillips screwdriver and a 14mm wrench. A 9/16 is very close, but you need the 14. First step is to put this on here, and I don't think there's any particular direction it needs to go, but it mounts to that. Each of these bolts has a washer, and they are threaded into the base. Not enough room to use the box in. Finger tight them down far enough to use the open end. A couple of them are a little more stickier than the other side. This one goes down all the way. Don't snug it up all the way until you get all the rest of them. One goes down easy, the other two seem to bind a bit. Just probably some slight variance in the machining. It is from China. Oh, so many projects around the shop to do. I need to get a compressor in here. I need to get wiring in here for it. I've got the race boat I'm working on. Ended up buying 2 more boats. Both need the one I'm going to part out. The other one I'm actually going to restore. So, but I'm going to use. See, where with the new boat I have to use new parts, I'm going to do the one restoration with as many parts as I can find laying around here and at home. I'll buy some important stuff brand new, like I want a new wiring harness in it, probably a brand new fuel tank in that, but I'm going to try to use as much stuff as I've salvaged out of other boats, or, you know, if I need something in particular, I'll put the call out and see if anybody's got it out there. Now it doesn't list a torque specification or anything like that, so I imagine it's just muscle tight. All right, next step. Okay. Apparently, I don't know if that has a particular up end to it. It don't matter. Put that on. Slide it down over that. I'm gonna go. This direction. that. I'll probably end up doing it wrong. You have to do it all over again. Okay, this goes on. Take the rubber band off. This goes on there. Tighten up that. Raises and lowers that. I have already made a mistake. Each of these takes a spring washer too. So yeah, I'll have to review these real quick. Should have read them. Should have read the directions better. Anyway, yeah, I got 3 motors, 2 boats. One's a 1969 Mercury 125, and you can get a boat with that, but I've got the title for it. I'm going to get it ready and put it up on Craigslist, I think. And, the other ones are, I've got a 1985 Checkmate Predictor with, judging from the titles, probably the original motor. It's a Mercury 115. That boat I'm going to bring in, disassemble, and kind of like we're doing with the race boat, I'm going to shoot the flake on the race boat. I'm going to reshoot, basically tear this down to a bare hull, and then I'm going to put new floor in it, that kind of thing, and reshoot the flake on it. It's blue and silver. Pretty boat when they first built them. But get some flake jobs run through here. Is like I said, use the used parts as much as I can for that. But it won't see. I don't know how quick I'll have it done either. But there's room in here for that in the back of the shop. Just whenever I have the parts I need, I put it in there. And I've got some hoists to put up in here. When I get those up, I'll bring the deck for the 170 over, and we'll finally get that pulled out of the mold. The 170 hull, the mold is almost, I've got it about half reworked. When I get done sanding and polishing the other side, I'll get that run up in a wax schedule, and then after I get the compressor up here, we can go ahead and shoot that. I also need to get a heater in here for winter. It's getting close. Thankfully, we've got some really nice days. So again, last month I got rid of the old Peterbilt, and I've got a brand new International for my regular job. And last month they've been working me like crazy. I mean, I've been 6 and 7 days a week. So I haven't had as much opportunity to get over here as I could have. But I've got to make time because get some stuff done. I think anybody could put this together probably, especially if they read the directions and realize that it goes like it does. This is probably the most work of the whole part, other than almost need to squirt it down with some cleaner, wipe it down, but I also don't want it to rust. All right, that's all back together. What's next? Get that. Okay, loosen the set screws. Ah. Do they need to be loosened? All right, this should be fine. Let's raise this up a little bit. There we go. Same Allen wrench as the collar. I do want to get the bigger one. I want to get a floor model too. Snug that up in place. All right, what's next? Now, let's put this on. Yeah, that's on. Guess all these are next. Seems a little bit loose. Let's tighten it. Yeah, I don't think that'll tighten out of it. Let's turn it into a beautiful October up here. Need another winter like we had back in, I think, 1985. We were working on boats all the way in January, working on them outside because it was like 80 degrees. out the reservoir running one around, and the motor quit on us. So I had to wade out into ice cold water to get it back up on the trailer. I mean, it was 80 degrees, water was ice cold. The very next day, it turned 20 degrees. And it stayed like that until sometime in April. I mean, it got cold. Let's lower this out of the way. Because the directions say clean this pretty good. It's fairly clean. And insert the arbor onto the end of the spindle. Open those up to maximum. Apparently need a piece of wood too. All right, talk amongst yourselves. This'll work. Turn it so that those jaws are all the way out. And it just kind of press fits on there, I guess, but put that on there like that. Put some wood there. There's not a lot of swing here, so. Seems like it's on there pretty good. Try something they didn't even think of. Yep, I think it's on there pretty good. Double check everything. Guess we could try to drill something with it. Just make sure it works. Dig it in. Oops. All right, you don't press that all the way to the bottom. You tighten all three spots. remember your high school shop class if you ever took it. Can't forget safety glasses. Oh, I see what that is. That's like a depth gauge. You can set it to where it won't go any farther. Right there. Let's see how she drills. Hold it down when I put it on the bench. It's just sitting on my desk. Drilled a nice hole. I say that's a success. Now I just got to figure out where to put it. Somewhere. Where'd you go? Oh. Anyway. Yeah. Like I said, I got some more projects. I got to do this race boat. We're actually going to film the metal flake, paint, and any other restoration work with it. And of course, I'll do some walk-arounds of the other two boats and the motor. I've got tons and tons of projects to do here. I need to get this set up to where I can actually work out of here a lot better. If you notice, there is a lot more room up here than in my old shop. I still have everything in the old shop. I've got a few things to finish up on that deck. I haven't forgot about it. It's still there. It's still sitting in the mold, which actually, they say the longer you leave it in the mold, the better, which it ought to be pretty good by now. It's only been in there over a year, maybe longer. Yeah, anyway, with the restoration, I'll be able to get rid of some used parts. On the new boat, I can't use used parts on the new boat, but I can use up some of the used ones on the older boat. It should look, when it's done, probably as nice as a brand new boat. Checkmate made those for a lot of years as probably one of the most popular little 16-footers they ever made. It's gone through 3 different generations, and you know, one from the 70s, one from the 80s, and then into the 90s, and then they continued to build it with a slightly different design in the 2000s. It has since been retired. They don't build the 16-footer anymore, or whatever version of it. But so it should be a fun restoration. I've seen people put, it's rated for 125 horsepower. I've seen people put big motors on it, 80+ mile an hour, risking their life kind of deal. And they can take it. It can take the horsepower. And they seem to drive fairly well. Anyway, I gotta get home and get to bed and start work all over again about midnight. And I'll try to do as many videos as I can with different things. Some of them maybe just stuff like this. Other things will be shop related other than this, and I'm going to try to do as much boat related stuff as I can. But you know, I get busy with stuff and I don't get enough time to work up here sometimes, but I've got a ton of projects up here. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've been watching a lot of everybody else's videos. It's time to make some more. Anyway, when it comes time to spraying, though, I'm probably going to have to trim this off. Once again, it only took this is about 1.5 years of growth. It only took about a year to get a decent beard back again. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It grows back, so I have to shave it off to paint because of the mask and my health. But anyway, thanks for watching.